Good evening and welcome to the RTV studios on the campus of Martinsville High School for another edition of Inside Martinsville Football. I'm your host, Eric Meyer, joined as always by Artesian head coach Brian Duggar. And coach, congratulations. Big time win in the opening round of sectional on Friday night over Greenwood.
Yeah, it was nice to come out and play really good football. Our kids had a great week of practice, and it showed on Friday night. We played about as good as we possibly could, and anytime you win and get a running clock and move on in the playoffs, it's always a good thing.
Win in advance, that's exactly what the Artesians did. Now they will play Bedford North Lawrence coming up on Friday night at home at Ciderwitz Field. We'll go back and take a look at the Greenwood contest, plus look ahead to that Bedford game here coming up on Inside Martinsville Football. Coach, let's go back to the Greenwood contest. And like you said, probably your best contest of the season. 49-0, got out early on Greenwood, got the running clock in the second half. Played very, very well, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, it was a great night, and I told the kids after the game, it's fitting that we had our best week of practice probably since I've been here at Martinsville, and it showed on Friday night with how we played. We played great in all three phases. We didn't have a letdown at any point. We've had slow starts this year and great finishes. We've had great starts and poor finishes. It was nice to put together a whole game, and it's even cooler to get a shutout. It's been about 10 years, I think. 2012, I think, was last time we had one. If I've looked that up right, it's tough to get a shutout. It's really even harder to get a shutout when you get to the running clock situation, because a lot of times your JV freshman kids come in and finish the game out, and the other team will keep their varsity kids in. So it was pretty cool for us to get the shutout with some of those JV freshman guys playing a lot in the second half, and kind of a program shutout, if you will.
Like you said, the defense really came to play, stepped up. First time played Greenwood, gave up a couple of touchdowns there, but held them out when they needed to. This time around, like you said, able to get the shutout. Defense again playing very well. Yeah,
we were just dialed in from the start. There was no issues. We were focused. We were excited. The energy was through the roof. We had talked all week about enthusiasm and energy, and your defense thrives off energy. When they're playing with energy, they're going to play a lot better than if they're out there just kind of I'm here. So our defense was great. Devin Brenner, Nick Crone, those guys, they played unbelievable. They got after them, and I think we caused 4 turnovers, 2 fumbles, 2 picks. That's what we want our defense to do. We want to be flying to the ball. We want to cause chaos out there for an offense.
And your offense on the flip side, very well, clicking on all cylinders, going through the air. You were getting it done on the ground. First time you played Greenwood, it was a lot of Braden Shrake on the ground. This time, early especially, it was Tyler Atkins through the air, and he had a pretty easy time picking apart that Greenwood defense.
Yeah, we saw some things from the first game that we really liked that we thought we could take advantage of. We thought their safeties were real aggressive in the run game, and we thought they'd be even more aggressive with the way Braden ran the first time. So we had some things dialed up that we could take some shots on and kind of go over top. I thought our offense was just really efficient. We scored 49 points on 32 plays. We were just really dialed in. I think Tyler finished with, Devin with the report time said that he finished with a perfect NFL 158.3 quarterback rating.
Well, I'm glad he knows how to figure that out.
Yeah, no clue either. But he was 9 of 10 for whatever and 4 touchdowns. So great night for him. Our offense really was clicking, and it was fun. Pretty much everything we called worked.
Big win for the Artesians, 49-0. Let's go ahead and take a look at the highlights from the contest, courtesy of Carl Van Dievender, as Martinsville take down the Greenwood Woodmen.
And this was a new running back they had, one that they kind of got back late in the season, big-sized kid, and I thought we did a really good job tackling there. There was Brandon Kent coming in, knifing in and making a play. Here's our first fumble. I think Quentin Bland causes this one. Benfield recovers. I think Quentin Bland actually caused both fumbles on the night. So just good job by our defense. You see the energy. You see the excitement. That was something that was missing in the Plainfield game. We made plays, and everybody just kind of stood around. It was nice to see these guys get together and celebrate. Ian Knuckles with his first football touchdown there. Pretty cool. Glad he came out and played this year. He's been a good addition for us, and glad to see him finally get in the end zone and coming back from injury and all that stuff. But again, you saw the energy, just the excitement. It was fun to watch these guys play and celebrate. They were not going to come out with that same energy that they had against Plainfield, and I was really proud of them for that. Nice to see Ty Hornberger fall down a little bit there, but this was something we saw. We thought with the play side safety was really coming down hard, and we thought if we did a little flea flicker action, we'd be able to run right by him, and it worked out just like we thought. And Garrett, good job there by Garrett, just not going down at about the 7-yard line there. So here's a little trick play that Greenwood tried to throw out, and Braden Shrake does a great job of staying home, and then guys rally, and we make a tackle there. So just, something different we hadn't seen on film, but everybody does their job, plays their assignment, and it works out well for us. Again, I think every one of these clips you're going to watch, you're going to see 4 or 5 guys there, and you're going to see a lot of celebrating after the plays. There's a lot of energy and a lot of fun being had out there. Nice to see Josh Jones get back in the end zone. I think it's been since the first game on a quarterback sneak. I don't think he's had a receiving touchdown this year, but a little RPO we ran there. Tyler does a good job reading it, gives it to Josh, and he finishes it and gets in the end zone. Again, another gang tackle. Trey Bernard starts it there, and everybody else is kind of, joins on the pile. And little option they threw at us. We'll probably see some of that this week. But, again, assignment football, everybody's where they're at. And we get a nice tackle there by Quentin Bland and causes a fumble. And Stevie Drake's able to pounce on it there. Another one we thought, with the way that they kind of played our number 3 receiver, we thought they would struggle to guard Trevor with that linebacker, and we thought we could wheel him out there and get a one-on-one matchup. And again, something we really liked and took advantage of. Thought Jaden was going to get in here. It would have been really nice to get all the receivers pretty much in at that point. But good job there. He just takes it down to the 1, drags him in, and then we're able to punch it in here with Braden Shrake. Got a lot of highlights this week, don't we? Again, you see guys flying in there, lots of defensive tackles, another tackle for loss, Braden Kent flying in. We just did a great job of flying to the football, and Nick Crone doing what Nick Crone does, getting after quarterbacks. It's been nice for our defense to have a guy like that teams have to worry about, teams have to game plan for. I think that's his 8.5 or something like that on the season, so that's big. This is probably here to play the game. Sean Hedrick, we're starting to sub guys in, but Sean's a guy that shows up every day, works really hard, gets a pick there. I thought he was going to score it. Some of the sidelines goes nuts there. It was just a lot of fun to watch. Good run here by Braden Shrake. I think we finished this off here, this drive, with the number 1 offense here. Last drive, kind of a touchdown here by Shrake. Good job there by Willison and Edwards setting the edge, and Braden does the rest.
Still got the energy going with you guys as well.
You see the excitement, the fun. That was our big focus for the week, and it was fun. This is a great play here by Bill Ham. Just jumps that, makes a great play, gets us down inside the red zone here. Now we got our JV and some of our freshman guys in.
We've got Bo Dilley back here. He
Bo
says
Dilley.
His highlights are on here.
Yeah, Bo Dilley. Watch this the handoff here to Lucas Dewey, just textbook. Just great job there. This is the play that Lucas flips it back. Cole Andrews grabs it. He fumbles it. Mason Dodson.
How is that a touchdown in high school?
Because there is no fumble forward rule in high school. So it's got to be an intentional toss forward for it to be a penalty. In the NFL, college, they move it back.
They moved it back,
but they don't in high school. But not how we drew it up at all.
So
and,
you didn't teach the fumble forward?
No, we did not. We did not teach the pitch back either. We had a little conversation with Mr. Dewey about it. But these guys were just having fun, and sometimes when they're having fun like that, those things happen. There's a lot of excitement and energy, and as you can just see, it was a fun night.
Right.
Like the kids had fun, and we tried to make practice fun last week. We tried to get back to doing those things, and I think it showed on Friday night.
Showed on Friday night, 49-0. Now you're back at practice this week. Have you seen some good carryover?
Oh, yeah.
How have things gone this week?
I think our kids not this week. This week there's a lot of energy and enthusiasm, but the confidence is back too. That's one thing. We went through that stretch of Mooresville, Plainfield, kind of uneasiness a little bit. Not really sure where we're at and how we're going to get back to doing what we do. And it was nice to see the energy and enthusiasm last week, but now you add that with our confidence back. I think we're a dangerous ball club right now.
In the first round, you played the Greenwood Woodmen, a team that you had played earlier in the season. Here in the sectional semifinal, you're going to play a team you played earlier in the season as well, in Bedford North Lawrence. Got the win 28-14 over Bedford, jumped out 28-0. They scored a couple of late touchdowns in that first contest. Talk a little bit about Bedford and maybe how they've changed since that opening game of the season.
So the first game of the season, they were doing a lot of air raid stuff, a lot of throwing the ball around. We caused a lot of issues with our pass rush and getting after the quarterback. 28-0 was with about 4 minutes to go in the game. They scored a couple times late. We had some opportunities early in the game where we didn't punch it in early either. So that game kind of could have been really one-sided, but they've kind of found an identity. They've kind of merged their air raid on offense with kind of some of the old option stuff they used to do, back to that, and they're having some success. They finished this year 6-4. They won their conference champs. So they've gotten a lot better since week one. We're going to have to come out and play good football. I think we've gotten a lot better since week one as well. But we know from the Plainfield week, we got to play our best football every week or we could be going home.
Got to play week in and week out and prepare. You mentioned the fact that they changed back to the option stuff they used to do. They used to do that under head coach Steve Weber. Has that helped a little bit with preparation this week?
Well, I mean, I think what's helped for us is we've done a great job since May, June, July of teaching assignment football. We teach kids fundamentals and how to play their position all summer long before we start really game planning things. And one of the things we kind of threw in last week just randomly an option because we had heard that Greenwood might be trying to run a little bit of option. So we threw it in at them, and it was amazing to see everybody was just right on their assignment. So the kids know the expectations. They know what they're supposed to do. They trust their reads. They make plays. And having a guy like Weber a little bit for game planning purposes and what they're trying to do and how they'll try and attack us is obviously very beneficial from our perspective of putting together the game plan.
When you start talking about the Bedford offense coming in, you've got to talk about their quarterback, Memphis Loudon, 1,300 yards through the air, 500 yards on the ground. He definitely is a threat, the guy that makes them go. Yeah,
he's a really good quarterback. He's a good player. He does a great job. He throws a good ball, but he's also really elusive in the backfield. He's kind of sneaky and to bring down a little bit because he can find gaps and kind of get through and run a little bit. And with the option stuff, that makes him a little bit more dynamic as well. But he's a solid player. He's good at his craft. He's gotten better since week one. We're going to have to play really good football on defense and do our jobs and keep him in that pocket a little bit, and also at the same time keep him running for his life at the same time, because that's what we did the first time, and he didn't feel very comfortable with that.
Let's flip it over to the other side of the football. What are we going to see out of the Stars on the defense on Friday night?
So it's it's basically kind of our defense. They just do a few things different in the coverage game. They're a 3-3 stack. They do a really good job of loading the box up, trying to make different things happen. I don't know what they'll try and take away from us. The first game they really tried to take away Tyler in our passing game, so that opened up some lanes in the second half. With the way Braden's come on as late, I don't know if they'll try and mix it up and let us throw the ball more. We're going to do what we always do, and that's take what's given to us. So Tyler will put us in the best place possible, and he'll make sure he's trusting his reads. And I'm not quite sure what we're going to see, because they kind of do something a little bit different each week, but we know we're going to see some stack and kind of some different coverages behind it.
A win by the Artesians on Friday night will put them in another sectional championship game. I know, though, you're looking squarely at this contest, going 1-0 this week. Mm-hmm. So what are those keys to the game for you to go 1-0 this week?
Mr. Brenner, it's going to be a little bit repetitive, but it's the same as always. Offensively, we got to take what's given, take care of the ball. We'll be fine there. Defensively, it's going to be really important that we're gap sound this week. When you play an option team, you can't do somebody else's job. You got to do your job. We spent a lot of time this week really focusing on making sure they're doing their job. They may see different things, but they got to trust their job over and over again.
Devin wanted me to ask one more question. Yeah. Are we going to see Devin at running back this week?
Are we going to see Devin Brenner at running back? Well, it is the playoffs.
The playoffs.
So it is possible. Anything's possible, especially with Devin Brenner. He's an angry guy, and if him running the ball would be a nice sight, I guess.
Well, we've got Devin back here helping us produce. We appreciate that, along with the quarterback room, as always. But, Coach, we appreciate you joining us. Good luck coming up Friday night.
Appreciate it.
That's Artesian head coach Brian Duggar here inside Martinsville football. Like we said, Artesians coming up sectional semifinal Friday night, Ciderwoods Field. Get out here and support the Artesians as they look to take down the Bedford North Lawrence Stars and earn a spot in another sectional championship contest. If you can't make it, though, or have family outside of the area, don't worry. We've got you covered with the MHS Rewind live stream, but it is only on IHSAA TV. That is IHSAA rules. For us to be an affiliate, we've got to be only on IHSA TV. So no YouTube, but no worries. Check our social media for the link, or just download the app IHSA TV for your phone or smart TV, and you can watch it if you can't make it to the game. But get here if you can and support the Artesians as they battle the Bedford North Lawrence Stars. As always, I'd like to thank the head coach, Brian Duggar, for coming in. For Coach Duggar, the quarterback room, Tyler Atkins, Bo Dilley, and the middle linebacker, Devin Brenner, who all helped produce it. I'm Eric Meyer. We'll see you again next time inside Martinsville Football.